Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the least listened to podcast on the globe, the Sixth Sense Media Podcast, with your host, Mike Phelan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How you doing, Larry?
Hello there. Oh, I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you, sir?
Good, good. Hey, we actually met several
Have we?
years ago. We were,
wow.
yeah, we were in the Maker Studios debacle with you.
Okay.
I don't know if you recall. Well, yeah, I'm sure you do. Where they kind of just abandoned us all, gave us a bunch of
Yes.
money and some vague instructions, and then they sort of disappeared. And then
Yeah,
the next time
sounds
we
about
heard
right.
from them, they're like, "Hey, we're shutting the whole thing down, guys. Good luck with that."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
part of it.
yeah.
Well, I got when it come around to renewing my contracts, they said, "Oh, we only really interested in family channels now, as well." So
I think the whole thing imploded, didn't it?
I think so. I think it's a bit of a. What I heard is Disney bought them, but Disney thought they were buying YouTube.
Yes.
So
And they got PewDiePie,
yeah.
which he led to what Adpocalypse 1. I can't keep track
Yeah.
of
Well,
how
that's
many
the
we've
second-
had.
the
Yeah.
second- Well, he killed Machinima doing stuff like that as well.
Mhm.
He done a
Oh,
massive, because I've done a video of it about it years ago. About he done a Machinima doing a massive deal with Levi's, and they sort of, and basically because he's done all the sponsorship, he done something controversial or something, or rather that they pulled the whole sponsorship, and Machinima was relying entirely on this money. Put all their
Oh my
eggs in one
God.
basket, so everybody on the network had to take a cut because of PewDiePie.
That reminds me. Well, Rooster Teeth is in the same situation right now. They're everything I've heard is that they're probably going to get just shut down here pretty soon. Yeah, it's not good. I'm sorry. Am I interrupt? I mean, I don't want to interrupt you guys.
No, that's all right. I'm enjoying
That's-
this.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Machinima, a lot of that content that was created by other creators is totally lost, from what I understand. A lot of the stuff that Bro Team made and the Christopher Walken throughs are gone, permanently gone, because Machinima wanted to keep them, and when they shut down, they didn't release the content back to the creators. So all those videos gone forever.
It's like, yeah, well, I lost I used to do a Machinima game show on Halo with a friend, and out on there we made loads and loads of episodes, and nearly about 99% of them are gone now. Only just what random people ripped, and that's all there is left of it, really.
Mhm.
Like so.
I don't understand the logic. I mean, they had thousands of videos. They could still be making money off of that content, and they just deleted it all.
Exactly, and
It makes no sense.
that they still owe me about $4,000 as well.
Oh my God.
Revenue they never paid me. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Bro Team's in the same thing. I think he did a video of just how much they owed him and how much they took. So yeah, it's unfortunate, which is why I'm glad my channel's small enough to never get into that kind of situation. I'll leave it up to you guys to get screwed.
I think it's not as bad nowadays, but then again, it's because nobody's left to screw you over. Really.
Yeah, there's no big conglomerate for
No.
YouTube anymore. Everything's pretty much independent.
No, yes, pretty much so. I mean, you get these sponsorship agencies now rather than networks.
I don't know if Kneon's looking to kind of grow the Clownfish thing into another Machinima, but just don't absorb my channel.
Oh God, no. I don't know. It's so weird because we have people, coming to us all the time with offers, and some of them are pretty bad. Now, Mr. Beast is investing in people's channels. I'm like, how does that even work? It's not like you're dealing with a brick and mortar business. It's like, oh, I'm going to give you a bunch of money to do what exactly? I'm going to give you an advance to make content, but then I somehow own part of that content. I mean, it just sounds really iffy to me.
He just opened a chain of burger places, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause there's one right down the road.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that-
God.
they've opened up a load of dark kitchens in the UK, so you can order it from Just Eat and Uber Eats and stuff like that. I had one. They're really expensive and they're all right. Nothing special. Nothing special.
So that's a Mr. Beast brand. It's really expensive. It's all right. It's nothing special.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's
Trademark,
It's,
copyright. Yeah.
it's
Very, very mediocre.
it's gonna make McDonald's new slogan.
No, that's gonna be the clown. That's gonna be the Clownfish burger chain. We're gonna call it Meat Eoker. Very mediocre. Then you don't get your expectations up, right? Temper your expectations.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Meh. Meh burger. There we go.
Larry, is there going to be another Digitizer show?
He's going to be filming one this year. He's asked me to be a guest on it now. I'm not going to be a presenter anymore. I'm just going to be a guest. But that's about it. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen on it. Because like I said, I've been kicked down the ranks on it. So, so I have no idea what's going on. Yeah.
Well, something I think I asked you this years ago when last time we talked, but how do you keep your content going? Because you kind of have a finite number of games and topics to talk about, but you're still rolling on. But are you afraid of that drying up in a sense?
Not for a while. I mean, I've got at least like 26 episodes of Fact Hunt half written at the moment. So that's a long way to go. There's always new stories in that. Somebody always come up with a story or an anecdote so you can spread it out and that. So that's quite fun. So there's always new material appearing. And the best thing is going through sort of archive.org, old magazines. There's a lot of the information in there has never been published online. So it's like an entire goldmine of untapped information on there that nobody's ever using. So that's why I seem to get all the information for anyone else, because I just look for old magazines.
Usually, how long does it take for you to research a topic for one of your episodes?
There's some scripts I've sat on for over 10 years now. So yeah. Well, that's just a combination of me being lazy as well, right? So it's not like, oh my God, it's an amazing story. No, just being fucking lazy. So.
That wouldn't be like the Driver one, would it?
That one was one I wanted to do for a while, but I thought I didn't do it because I thought, oh, everybody knows this, and apparently they didn't. I
didn't know it either.
They just got really, really lucky. They done that whole debacle just before Facebook and Instagram appeared and stuff like that. So they sort of dodged a bullet in that thing. But so that was.
What episodes do you have coming up? If you'd want to release that information.
Let's have a think. What I'm writing, I'm gonna do another thing of sort of concerned about is a lot of the interesting stories I've done in the past. I don't think putting them in a listicle video has actually done them any sort of justice or service or anything. So a lot of people have never watched them because they not interested in listicles. So I'm going to try and pull some out and sort of extend them, like the Drivergate one, because that was originally part of another episode about scandals. So yeah, I'm gonna do the one about Tim Langdell again. He's the guy who sued everyone who ever used the word edge in a video game. Yes.
What?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to use the word edge in any video game. He took you to court. He took you to what is what's it called? That Soul Calibur, the first game.
Soul Edge.
Yeah, it's called Soul Edge. Yeah. But when it was released in the West, it was called Soul Blade.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason why, is because he took them to court over it. And they just say they will just rename the entire series in future and say, "When I'm thinking, you don't own Excalibur, do you, perchance?"
Oh my God, I thought they just renamed it because it was a stupid sounding name.
No, it's because he took them to court. But he ended up taking EA to court over Mirror's Edge. And they took him to court back, saying it's you can't copyright such a generic word that everybody uses.
That's like when Monster Cable was suing everyone that used Monster.
Is that about the same thing with Monster Energy as well? Stuff like that.
The React guys, I remember that.
That's still going on.
That's
even today, this week, yeah.
What?
It was there's a thing on Twitter that someone had their content copyright claimed because they used the word React. It was just this past week too, and they claimed it because I guess they own the word React.
No,
or they think they do.
That's ridiculous.
But YouTube, it's so easy to manipulate YouTube's copyright claims. Like I had two of my last videos I did with Low Tax were copyright claimed by the director of the subject that we were talking about, because we used footage of the trailer. The trailer takes up 30 seconds. Our video is an hour long, but the guy somehow got them to take it down and strike my channel.
Yeah, we got into it with DreamWorks a couple of times because we were critical of the She-Ra trailer, and every time we put a video up with even 5 seconds of footage trying to react to this trailer, they would take it down. So we had like a backup upon a backup. We would put one up and they're like, okay, they took that one down. Here, let's try this one with even less footage. It's a different cut of it. Okay, let's try this one with still. Eventually they gave up, but they lost all of those claims. And so what happened was, they were just trying to stall out because they made the big announcement, I guess, I think it was, I won't say it was Emerald City Comic-Con. They were just trying to stall us out and keep it offline for a couple of weeks. But it's amazing how these studios especially manipulate copyright to, get rid of the negativity online.
How often do you run into that, Larry, with your videos of content being struck?
Well, I always get it from random idiots. I had some bloke, I done it years and years ago. I done a video on an Xbox Live game called Comedy Club. Well, basically, it's somebody, you can listen to somebody talking and telling jokes. And yeah, he reckon he owned the copyright to the word comedy. So he took my video down.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, he owned the word comedy, so I'm not allowed to use that in the video. So it took 30 days to get it lifted because he never bothered appealing when I appealed. Another kid, because I used footage of a racing game, he thought there's a rule on YouTube that you have first dibs on Let's Plays, and since he done the racing game before me, nobody else is allowed to cover it. So he took my video down. YouTube were bastards about that one because I couldn't prove. I couldn't prove that I don't own the game. And I was like, I don't own the game. He said, because it's fair use. It's fair use. He doesn't own it either. But you can't prove he doesn't own it. I can't fucking get 12-year-old bloody kid. So yeah, so YouTube, that was a right upholstery. I ended up just telling the kid I was gonna, all right, I'll put your link in the video then until you've done it out first, and that because you're not allowed to put it up. It's perjury, My friend said I've got to take claim it. Yeah, your friend's telling you to commit perjury, mate. So stuff like that. Can't remember. Oh, the best. I stopped doing. Do you remember years ago I used to do a series called Movie Mistakes?
Yeah.
I gave up on that because it was Universal. They used to keep claiming my videos all the time, and I even wrote to their legal department, and the woman responded. She said, since I did Steven Spielberg movies, they are above copyright. Steven Spielberg is above the law.
Oh my God!
He literally told me that. They literally, I must have try and dig out the email under. So yeah, she literally said, I can't do any Steven Spielberg movies because he's above copyright law. So
interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them try to handle that in court.
Yeah. I mean, luckily most of these films I do are owned by Disney now, and they don't seem to care as much. So.
They don't. It's so weird. Like I thought by now they would shut us. That they don't care. They're too big and they're too busy putting out major like PR forest fires that they don't mess with mom and pop YouTube channels.
And I think they probably just consider no news is bad news really as well. no news, so if you're talking about their product, they're relevant no matter how stupid they are.
I thought they were going to come after us for the Star Cruiser stuff, but they didn't, luckily.
No,
did you ever
they don't care.
Did you ever get any more recurrence from Mars Girl as well back in the day? Because she was trying to take you down, wasn't she? And she tried to dox you. Mars Girl from that guy.
No, it wasn't Mars Girl. It was Allison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did get a second. They called right after I interviewed Doug. I think that was in 2018. They called again when I started my new job last year, and they got the HR woman, and the HR woman was like, "What does this have to do with construction?" Click.
Yes.
But my first boss wasn't very nice about it. He was like, some stuttering retard called and said you were a misogynist online. It's like, I'm one here. I mean, what does it have to do with anything?
Oh my God.
Can I be one offline then?
Yeah, I can't believe they got so mad just because I interviewed Doug, and people were even more mad that I didn't ask him questions about change the channel. It's like, this is for Fanbolt. This is fans. This is not about controversy. It's about what they create.
I thought Mars Girl tried to Clownfish in the early days.
Oh, probably maybe Clownfish, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
I don't know. Our doxers are weird. They're all like cartoon stands and failed YouTubers. We got one guy who's been stalking us for like 2 years, and it turns out he's like a Disney fan / failed Twitch streamer. And he just like he keeps coming back again and again and again. We got names on a lot of these people. We actually spent the time and money to look into some of them, but yeah,
I know
'cause
one
I'm
of
like,
one of them tried to Mars girl tried to dox Clownfish, and she only got the top the alternate the address that she got was like the alternate dimension of Flash, and she was posting it up everywhere.
oh my god, I didn't even know. I've never dealt with her.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. The thing is with like the whole Kick Vic thing, like we were pretty neutral on it. We just basically said like, look, you know, you show me a smoking gun that this guy did what you said he did, and we'll do a 180 on our opinion. But you know, from where we're sitting, proof. But at this point, it just looks like you're dogpiling this dude, and I've yet to see anything.
Public opinion, no.
Yeah. And it's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, we haven't had too many people come after us for that. Like I said, mostly it's you know, our enemies are dumb. They're just really dumb, and sloppy and careless. And some of them, they actually dox each other, which is kind of funny. Some of them, they dox themselves and they forgot that they left their personal information out there. So that's always fun. But yeah, we don't really have, like, we don't have any high caliber enemies. I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of wish we had some like powerful Hollywood executive being like, we have to get Clownfish. Instead, we get fucking Kevin Smith. You know, like I'm like it's seriously. So yeah, I've given up on trying to collect some Batman level villains here.
Why? It's all right. I expect to have somebody more stupid than you, because they might try and out. So it's better the devil you know, really, isn't it? So
Yeah, right.
Well, Larry, have you had any problems with stalkers? Is it bad over there?
No. I'm too ugly to have stalkers, I'm afraid. So, no, I'm not that lucky, I'm afraid. There's like Gary Newman married his stalker, and that I should be so lucky. So,
this is totally gone off the rails.
It's my fault. I can leave. I can
right.
put myself out.
It's all right. It's not going to be boring like most of my interviews are then. So Larry, what else do you have going on besides YouTube?
Nothing. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm learning to drive at the moment. That's the main thing I'm doing, but that's like personal life, really. Nothing. So I'm going to return maybe I'll become the next Jeremy Clarkson or something, you know.
What about your book?
That's doing all right. Yes, still on Amazon for sale. You know, anybody who's got a wobbly table, that can. It's a great sort of solution for that. So no, it's all right. Like I say, it does. I get a trickle of people buying it every now and then. It's more around Christmas and stuff like that, really. As a present. That's what I wanted it to be. Anyhow, I wanted it to be the book that you take into the toilet with you to read for 5 minutes. So, well, you do, don't you? You always got a book out. I need something to read or anything, and something that you not too heavy in that. So,
I crowdfunded it, so I only have the digital version. So I got to look at it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, that's the sort of thing. Yeah, it's done all right. Yeah, I'm not doing any more books because it took me like 3.5 years to do that bloody thing, and it's an absolute nightmare. So if I do another one, it'll probably be based on scripts on Fact Hunt I've covered. So at the moment, unless I want to, if I can get some other people to help out and stuff like that. But yeah, it took a hell of a lot of work to do that book, far more than I thought it was going to be. So I lost a lot of tracks on YouTube concentrating on the book as well and stuff like that.
So what else do you want to do? I mean, besides doing YouTube, I mean, do you want to branch out into other avenues?
Oh, I do. I think I'd love to do voiceover work for things. A lot of people ask me to do voiceover and stuff like that. So, but I don't know where to start professionally. So that's something I'd like to look into sometime. So that's one avenue. I don't know what else. Be nice to do some more television again one day. But I think television's sort of not what it used to be back in the day as well. It used to be like this amazing sort of apex of everything, of the media. But now I make more money on the internet than I ever did when I was on television. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword for stuff like that. But it's still a lot of the prestige, like, you know, all these movie actors want to do theatre and stuff like that. You know, they still want to go back and do these sort of things. So
are there any kind of avenues to sell Fact Hunt for like some kind of syndication deal in the UK or?
Well, we don't really have that sort of base, really. I mean, I gave away when I used to do the retro corner. I gave away all the episodes to a network for free, just so I can get on television. And they just reran that over and over. I got fed up looking at myself on television, just random, because they're like 5-minute episodes, and I used to stick them in as filler everywhere in this network and stuff like that. So literally every time I turned the telly on, it was me talking. So, but yeah, because I go, yeah, it's not really in the UK now. It's just like I say, it's everything's the internet now, internet media, video streaming, and stuff like that.
You don't want to be on reality television?
I'm too ugly for that. I'm afraid. Too old.
Oh no! If I can get on, you can get on.
Okay.
I was on.
Okay. What were you on? What did you do?
It was a show on A&E called "Fix This Yard" with.
Okay.
My wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say my £600 line.
No, I only cracked like 325. That was my heaviest.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it was just my wife and I having our front yard redone in the middle of in the middle of Clearwater. So yeah.
You know what we need to do? We need to do another show on Clownfish. We need to call it Fix Your Shit, and take a TV show or a comic book or a video game and fix it, and just be like, look, this is what it would take to make this good.
You could have Rob Liefeld as on the hosts.
We could.
Oh god.
He's actually a pretty nice guy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I've heard he's quite a nice guy.
He likes using blockchains on Twitter though. He blocked me for some reason.
I don't get that. I didn't think he was into that, but I didn't get blocked yet.
Oh.
So well, speaking of the future of Clownfish TV, since you're on, Kneon,
Oh no.
Yes. What is it? What is the ultimate goal for Clownfish? Since I have a vested interest in it, since I do work for you.
Goal? You think we have a plan? Do we look like people with a plan? We don't have a plan.
Most business owners kind of have a plan, but I mean, if it's
we have a business. No, yeah, we're gonna grow things. We're gonna grow things. We're running like, oh god, we got so much going on right now. It's crazy. We'll talk off the air. We'll talk off the air.
Gotcha.
It's the world domination.
Well, that is part of it. Yeah. That is part of it. But no, seriously, people give us way too much credit. I think we have like this master plan. I'm like, I don't know, day to day, man, day to day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of the big stories is just me happening on information, just by accident sometimes. But
make a living off of other people being stupid. That's basically what we do. Yeah,
basically, yeah. Works for me as well. I just do it in a more historical aspect, really.
Yeah, right.
So that more or less wraps up my questions for you, Larry.
Working for the dumb dollar.
So if you have any other questions, that kind of derailed, but that's fine.
Oh,
because it was more entertaining than me just shooting Larry questions.
I thought we hadn't
Was that it?
I thought we hadn't started yet.
Welcome to Clownfish. Is that it? That's it. That's all there is. Like, yeah, go home.
Yeah, this is the great new interview show where the guests have to come up with the questions.
I mean, some of my best interviews have been like that, where people just thought we were having a conversation. They're like, "Wait, is this the interview?" I'm like, yeah, it's been the interview for the past half hour.
Oh, so yeah, no, I'm like I said, I just work with some stories at the moment. I'm doing one. 10 years ago, there was a free-to-play FPS, but they made their money by charging you real money for bullets in the game. Exactly. It only lasted 6 months. I can't imagine why.
Was it like a cent per bullet, or was it like a box? How they what was the price?
It's like $5 for like 500 bullets. And depending on the gun you had, which you went through. If you'd done less damage, you get more bullets and stuff like that. But basically, yeah, it was a game called no, it's a game called Quarry. Kwari.
Quarry.
It's pronounced quarry.
Did it take place in a quarry? Was it just a quarry and you're just shooting back and forth?
Rocks. You throw rocks at people.
It's released in about 2009, 2010. And it's a bit of a Quake 3 knockoff.
Oh, okay.
But they're trying to make it sort of a gambling thing as well, where if you basically you put money into the bullets and money into the pot, and the person who made, who got the most kills and stuff in the game from the bullets and that got all the pot and stuff like that. So they never took a penny of the pot. They always took the money from the bullets. That's how they made their money. Yeah,
gotcha.
And apparently, made some guy made about $32,000. So,
What?
so yeah, that's what I'm reading from their website and stuff like that. Well,
That'll be the next scam from EA: NFT bullets.
I am surprised nobody has tried to charge for bullets before in a game. I bet Activision thought about it. Guarantee, and EA, I bet they've considered it.
The only way you could play Warzone is make sure you bought your entire arsenal before you go into a game.
That's right. Oh, sorry, I haven't got any money left for bullets. Please, I have to run. Everybody's just running around with knives in the end, aren't they?
You got to watch 30 minutes of a commercial to get to get a free box of bullets.
So exactly, yeah. So yeah, like I said, it only lasts six months, but I think it's an interesting story because everybody's forgotten about it, or nobody wanted anything to do with it. But I love these sort of short-lived things. Not like that.
What trends in gaming are you kind of annoyed with right now?
Nothing really. I think it's pretty the same level of shit as it always is.
Everything's great. Everything's fantastic.
Everything's great. Yeah. Just typical fanboyism of certain things and that. Apparently, everybody's playing Elden Ring wrong at the moment. You have to play as a wretch. You're not allowed to play as anything else because you're not playing the game properly and stuff like that. So, it's my bloody game. I'll play how I want it.
What is your take of NFTs in gaming?
I think they're stupid because you're not paying for anything. You don't even own the
you don't
image.
own shit.
You don't even own the image. You're just paying for a couple of ones and zeros. And that's not worth anything. And again, it's a pyramid scam as well, because unless you got in at the base at the beginning, you're not going to get anywhere. The whole mechanic is you need to find someone more stupid than you to pay more money than what you paid for it. So that's how it is. It literally is a pyramid scam. So
I can understand if it was something truly original in game that you could have, and then maybe they gave you like an object file or something so you could print it.
Yeah, it's it's a bit like the Counter-Strike, like the knives and stuff like that in the game, wasn't it? Because they're like super rare one in the world and stuff like that. So
but you could sell all that back and forth.
Yeah, you could sell it. You could sell it, yes. And they had that sort of gambling thing, didn't they? It's like you could sort of gamble. You could put your one into the pot and stuff and then not win anything.
But EA doesn't want you to have that power. They want you to think you're owning something, but at no point are you allowed to sell it or transfer it to another game.
So it's not, it's not really, it's not really investment, is it? If you're not allowed to sell it. And one day they're going to close down servers pretty soonish as well. I mean, they've closed down servers within a year on some games. Mercenaries 2 didn't even last a year before they shut down all the servers. So
yeah. And everybody that invested in everything for Battlefront 2 within probably another 2 years, they might be closed. And
all the FIFA and Madden games.
Investing
in that they have an automatic shutdown date of 2-3 years for old previous versions because they want you to buy the latest one all the time. So
and you can't. That's what I don't get. You can't transfer anything from an old FIFA game to a new one, even like Madden. Why can't I transfer a single goddamn thing into the next game?
Exactly. I mean, they can do it with those legacy editions of games and that, which is literally just a previous version of an updated roster. Something you could do online with an update, but no, yeah. So I think, FIFA on the Switch is like on the 4th legacy edition now. So yeah, so they're allowed to transfer us data and that, but you're not.
So when can we expect some Larry Bundy NFTs?
Next week, really, I suppose. I don't mind. I'm not selling out. You're stupid enough to buy my shit. Go for it then. So.
Yeah, I tried it too. Just no one's interested in buying my shit. No one wants to buy 20-year-old artwork that I just scanned and put online.
So yeah, no, I just buying t-shirts and plushies at the moment. Really, on me. That's at least it's something tangible you can actually sell on if you want.
You can show right here. Where can people buy your stuff?
Yeah, you can use as effigies to burn for voodooism and stuff like that. And as soon as I get cancelled for saying something obliquely racist or something, bloody Eskimos coming over here stealing our snow.
Well, luckily you haven't kind of incurred any wrath online for anything, really.
Not really.
Played
No.
it safe.
Not really. I think I've said a lot of controversial stuff in the past. Just nobody cares, really. I think because I'm not popular enough to be having the majority of people watch me or something, or just they just don't care, really. Larry just says stupid shit anyway. So
I think if you took like a political stance on something, people would suddenly
you never
gravitate towards you, and you'd be more of a target.
You should never give a political opinion online. I mean, that immediately splits 50% of your audience as well.
I noticed I've gotten a lot more hate mail by proxy since I started working for Clownfish.
We're not even political. That's what I don't understand. Like I could, until all this crap started going down with pop culture, I could care less about politics. I very seldom even voted. I'm like, I don't care. Just whoever's not going to get us blown up. That's who I'm going to vote for. Right. And everybody all of a sudden is like, you're political. It's like, no, I'm actually anti-political. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I hate everybody all the same. Yeah. You know? And opinions that were
I get fucked over by everyone equally, so it doesn't matter who I vote for.
Yeah, right. Like opinions that were very middle of the road 10 years ago now are like, God, you can't say anything. Can't say anything. And then people always read into things more than what's actually there. It's like there's no Machiavellian scheme going on here. No, believe it or not, I didn't like Donald Trump. I didn't vote for him. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired of the politics all the way around. That's where I'm coming from. But if you say that you're tired of the politics and that makes you political, you know, it's like, go figure.
That's why when I interviewed Blair White, I didn't want to talk anything about politics. I just wanted to talk about her experience as a YouTuber. But still, I still got messages from people just angry that I didn't talk about politics, or angry just because I had her on in period. I was like, why? I treat people as people. I don't look at Larry any different than I look at anyone else I know. I look at people as people. If I had to morally censor everyone I had on, I could never have anyone on. Well, maybe Larry. Larry's pretty safe, but I mean, I couldn't have.
Well, I've still got some time left to ruin this if you want.
I couldn't have Brad Jones. I couldn't have Doug from Channel Awesome. I couldn't have any of these people or any Hollywood actor I've ever interviewed on a set, because they've all done something that someone would find morally reprehensible in some way. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, look at like John Cleese. You know, he's been coming out and being like, this is getting stupid. This is ridiculous. I mean, everything Monty Python did, they get canceled for now. Like every damn skit, everything. And it's so ridiculous. And that's what we talk. I mean, I don't think any position we have is controversial at all. I'm just like, I just want to go back to center. Can we all go back to laughing again? Can we all go back to agreeing to disagree again? Can we all just, you know, stop talking about politics 24/7, trying to divide people into camps and all that bullshit? Because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I mean, I would love to move on to other stuff, but every day Hollywood makes it so damn easy, you know, to call this stuff out. But I think it's starting to change. I really do. I think it's the pendulum starting to swing a little bit here.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes to do as I say, not what I do, and being caught out for their hypocrisy. Sort of, you know, it sort of defeats their campaign, doesn't it? So it makes it look worse than it was when it comes out. I think, you know what I mean. Anyhow,
yeah. Well, it's kind of like, you know, I said in a video one time, a story I had when I was a kid. I won a contest or something, second grade, and I got to come up with the rules for what happens if somebody doesn't put their name at the top of their paper. And
execution.
I thought it was clever. I'm like, oh, well, they're going to miss 2 or 3 days of recess, and they're going to have to write their name 200 times on the board, and that'll teach them. And the first person who forgot to put their name at the top of the paper was me. So I had to taste my own medicine. And that's all it takes is, you know, you get to taste your own medicine, and then they tend to pivot on this stuff. And I think we're seeing it now. I think we're like, oh, wait a second, if we cancel everybody, there's not going to be anybody left. If we demonize our audience, we're going to make half as much money. We're in a pickle, aren't we? You know,
you'll never get them back either. That's the worst.
Yeah.
I think it was since like 2014, we've injected so much politics into our entertainment that it's become just
Well, it's stupid. The whole purpose of entertainment is escapism.
Yeah,
They don't get away from all that shit.
I don't need to see my life represented every day in everything I consume. That's why I watch entertainment. I want to get away from it. I don't want to see. I don't need today's political hot takes injected into every single show, every single YouTube channel, every single game. I don't want it. I don't want it at all.
Well, that's okay. Because I think, I mean, a lot of stuff isn't going to age very well anyway. I mean, we're going to have, 20 years from now, we're going to look back at a lot of the entertainment produced, I think, during this time period, and be like, what the hell are they even talking about? Who is this person? I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's kind of like Murphy Brown. Like if you go watch Murphy Brown now, it's like, I don't even know who 75% of these politicians that they're talking about are. No idea. There's no context. And that's what's going to happen. People are going to look back at all these movies and be like, what are they talking about? Who is this person? Who?
It reminds me of that thing in The Simpsons years ago. They replaced the DJ with a robot, didn't they? They said, look at those clowns in Congress. Hey, what a bunch of clowns. How does it keep up with the news like that?
It's funny that the things that came out of the 80s and 90s that people remember the most are some that had the most innocuous takes on everything, like Cheers. You can still watch Cheers today, and besides the fashion, I mean, you could just enjoy it for what it is without too many real world issues coming into it. Even fucking Alf is entertaining today for that stupid reason. And I don't know if anything that's come out within the past few years would be something I'd want to watch in the future and not go, ugh, that reminds me of 2016, or that reminds me of 2020. I'm glad that a lot of places didn't decide not to put masks on all their actors for a show, just to remind you that, oh yeah, we had this 2 years where everything sucked ass.
Oh God, we could have like that de-aging technology, and you'd have like a CG mouth. Yeah, and you'd have like a CG mouth, and it wouldn't quite sync up right, so they would look like Henry Cavill's lips in Justice League.
You say that, but if you ever watch last year's series of WC superhero DC characters, a lot of them, they're all socially distancing, so like standing one side of the set to the other. And there's one season of all their shows where they're all standing on opposite sides of the set. So that is the year of COVID. That is, yeah.
It's shot like a George Lucas movie where it's just one person talking to another person.
But they can't afford that. They can't afford green screening, so they have to stand on the same set but on the opposite sides.
I know production's been hell from the people I've talked to, that it's just you take your mask off, you have this mandated COVID person come in and make sure everything's right. You do your take, your mask back on, back off, makeup, shoot, mask back on. It's just so we're gonna feel those ramifications probably for the next couple of years in productions coming out.
Oh yeah, lots of old stuff.
How is this affecting the porn industry? I have to know. I mean, you still have to mask up. Is there a point?
I've seen a lot of solo porn coming out.
Socially distanced porn, yeah. Future of entertainment.
That is a skill. That is a skill. Yeah.
Just the most well-endowed men are allowed to participate. We've got the sudden rush of mandingo porn just everywhere. Oh, I won't be able to monetize this at all. Oh, wait, no, I haven't been able to for years.
Oh.
Well, since when they killed all the small channels, you couldn't monetize if you were under subscribers. It's like, oh, I lost all my money.
Yes, I miss my $17 a month from my old channel. So
yeah, they didn't really give you much of a notice either. They're like, hey, YouTubers, we love you so much that we're just gonna make things a lot harder to make money on YouTube. Yeah, it's for you, fam. This is for you. It's all for you. We do this all for you.
Well, then they're monetizing everybody's videos anyway, even if you're partnered or not now, because they want to make money.
Oh yeah. I mean, people are getting mad at us. We did a video about Chadwick Boseman, and YouTube threw a bunch of ads on it. I actually turned the ads off, and YouTube threw a bunch of ads on it. And I guess some of the ads were pretty inappropriate given the subject matter. And people were like, how dare you, Clownfish? I'm like, well, one, we don't control the ads. And two, I turned the ads off, and YouTube turned them back on. So take it up with them,
I uploaded videos from my prom in '99, and there's very distorted music in the background. You can barely hear what it is, but Sony, Universal, Capitol Records, they all claimed all the music.
Oh yeah.
So when you're watching just prom video from 13 years ago, you just suddenly get these ads just in the middle of it. Like, what? Who is going to come to my video and steal grainy audio of a DMX song or of YMCA while you're watching a bunch of dumb teenagers dance?
Yeah. I gotta listen to it in my car, you know.
Just, oh my God, this is great. This is my mix right here.
Yeah, that happened. We used to do back in the day with the kids. We started out doing toy reviews and toy hunt videos and stuff like that when the kids were little, and we would take like video of like, oh hey, we found these toys at Walmart, and the freaking music would come on Walmart radio, and they would strike our channel for that. They'd be like, oh, you're playing Mariah Carey. I'm like, it was in the background, and we tried to talk over it, you know. And look at all these beautiful dolls we found at Walmart. Mariah Carey's running in the background. It's like, ah, crap.
Now Mariah Carey gets a portion of your income.
Yeah, right. It's like we're keeping her going.
Yeah, well, she needs the money, doesn't she? I mean, there's only so much money that all I need want for Christmas is you. She makes.
She's become the guy from About a Boy, right? She lives off of one song's royalties.
Yeah, exactly. I know that she earns about 20 million every year from that. I mean, she could retire from that. So,
God.
Well, Larry, is there one particular video of yours that seems to do really well that you think you're going to be known for forever?
Probably the Drivergate one again. It seems to be everyone's favorite video. I think I could have done better, to be honest. But yeah, everybody seems to like that video for some reason.
So now you're the driver guy.
Yeah, Drivergate guy. Yeah, I've had loads of people rip me off on there as well on YouTube. So, so yeah, lots of Russian channels for some reason. They love reusing my information.
I've noticed that a lot of Russian channels just kind of take a video, they strip out the audio, and just put in a
I've
Russian
done that,
voiceover.
A couple of my Sonic videos I've had that in the past. So
I guess there's really no recourse. I mean, you could file a claim, I guess.
I could, but so they do get about 10 times as many views as my original video, but apparently they never get any money from it because the Russian advertising revenue is terrible.
Oh, really?
Especially now, I can't imagine why.
Yes, there is an event going on in the news right now that could affect that.
Well, I told Mike earlier that my sponsorship for War Thunder got pulled because of the Russian war. Because
my God.
The company it's not because what you think it is, because the publisher Gaijin is actually a Russian publisher company. So,
okay.
So I literally got the video pulled at the last second, just before we're about to go live. So
dump out all your vodka in protest. Dump out your Russian dressing in protest.
Yes. Yeah, I'm down $2,000. You know.
Yeah.
First world problems. So.
Oh my God.
So I've got to go back to South Korean publishers now for Raid Shadow Legends. I'll be happy. They're persistent. They've been trying to get us for like 2 years now. And I keep turning them down because I'm like, I don't even know anybody who plays this game. Is this a real game? You got to pretend to play it. You got to pretend to play it. I play it all the time on my mobile phone. Look.
So what you're saying is you don't really play the things you're advertising. Is that it?
Oh, you're canceled.
Have you been lying to me every time I've watched a video? Everything you sponsored.
Some of the things I do use are really good. VPNs are really, really good. VPNs are quite good, mainly for getting free codes on Xbox Live and stuff like that. There's like I keep buying Argentinian download codes because they're like a third of the price of them over here. So the VPNs are great for that.
Interesting. And you can only buy them because the website you get them from is region locked?
No, it's the codes are region locked.
Oh, okay.
If you go on Microsoft's website with the VPN switched on, you can add it to the code. If you enter it from where you are even on your Xbox, it won't let you. Okay. But I bought last year. Bought Super Monkey Ball in the UK. It's like £45 for a digital copy. In Argentina, it's £3. So £3, yeah. So
I'm gonna use this now. Shit.
Yeah, there's a website called Eneba, ENEBA. And you just go on there with a VPN and then use the code in that. And, you pay it for a fraction of a penny. They had Elden Ring for like half price as well there. So.
And I just bought it too. Shit.
But yeah, it's like instead of $60, it's $30 there. So literally for digital code.
I'm really glad I had you on now, Larry. Shit.
Oh, okay.
I can save tons of money on games by buying it from Argentina with a VPN.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't. They don't like you doing it, but it's their problem for charging so much. It's all this.
I don't know why I bought my kid Ryan Racing for $30 and I put it in. It's like it plays itself. What did I pay for? It seriously does. It'll play itself if you just let go of the controls. So she thinks she's doing something. She's not doing jack.
Oh my god! How old is that kid now? He's got to be like 42.
Well, his stuff is still everywhere.
Well, does he even do YouTube? Because all I see is the cartoon now. It's like he hit like 12, and they're like, "Yeah, this kid's too old. He's not marketable."
That's a bit like Fred, isn't it? That one happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he came back. He sold his channel, and then he came back, and nobody cared.
Yeah,
I think is what happened. But
that's the thing about YouTube. As soon as you leave for 5 minutes, you become irrelevant.
All of Ninja's merchandise disappeared from Target stores, but Ryan stuff, there's like an entire aisle just dedicated to his brand. It's so weird.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think we had that over here with Ryan. We got the games and that, and I got one issue of the magazine in sort of supermarkets and stuff like that, but nothing that big.
They sold like these huge Kinder eggs of Ryan stuff. It's like it's stickers and erasers and shit that you pay $50 for. It's literally junk.
Yeah, it is. It's like dollar store stuff. And Walmart here, they've got entire end caps full of Ryan stuff, Coco Melon. Like they've got a YouTuber aisle. There's like an aisle of YouTuber crap.
So the bargain bin for the ones that have been cancelled.
Yeah, right. It's like they got like freaking like Dan TDM action figures and all this stuff in this aisle, and it's so weird. It's next to like the Star Wars stuff and the Transformers. You go down the end of the aisle, it's just all YouTuber crap, or all the games that YouTubers play. The Five Nights at Freddy's,
all the Fortnite figures,
Fortnite crap, and all that stuff. It's just this is the YouTuber aisle. And they got Ryan stuff on the end cap there, and it's surreal.
So who's the Rose Tico of YouTube merchandise?
Piggy seems to be the Rose Tico. I'm
Piggy
vaguely aware of this game, but they have a whole toy line of Piggy.
Piggy the peg warmer. So.
Yeah.
So can we finally get action figures now, Kneon?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
well,
I'm going to get right on that.
They tried that a couple of years ago, didn't they? There was a line of figures called Tube Heroes.
Yeah.
It sort of look like Minecraft sort of fake characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're doing graphic novels. I know they have FGTV's doing graphic novels. Odd Ones Out is doing comics. Anything they can do to make a buck off YouTubers. It's crazy, and it's so weird. Like you read the Minecraft YouTuber comics, it's like they do everything they can do to just skirt that copyright. It's like, yeah, they look Minecraft-ish. Yes, he's got a square head, but these are all new creations. They don't look exactly like the Mojang characters. It's surreal. I mean, it really is. It's like it's like the best of times, the worst of times. For YouTubers, you've got like, these people that are in a whole nother weight class making ridiculous money on ridiculous merchandise, and then you've got other people who are like, yeah, I just had my monetization taken away, because I wasn't successful enough.
Yeah, I know that burn.
That's the other thing with YouTube, isn't that they always go over and make their own sort of rival to YouTube, which doesn't exist for a while. Who was it? What's his name done it for? Part of the Maker guys done it, didn't they? Didn't they do Flip?
Fire or something?
Yes, that's it.
Was that it?
Campfire is one of them. Yeah, I mean, you come over and then don't, as long as you don't mind not making any money, no monetization, stuff like that. So,
but yeah, you can't make any money on like BitChute either right now. Only a select number of people can, and Odyssey is just, I don't know what's going on with their cryptocurrency.
So what's the incentive to go over to them then as a creator? That's why
It's
Don't
a
care.
backup for my stuff, basically. For anything that was taken down from YouTube, it still stays up over there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, like the last couple of videos I did with Rich before he died, I made sure they were safe over there. But that was right before, right before the director struck the 2 interviews we did with him. Fucking asshole. Yeah, but at least it's a safe haven for a backup. But you're not going to make jack for money at all, and there's hardly any engagement.
Yeah, everybody keeps trying to get us to go like Odyssey and stuff. I'm like, I don't, we've got the website, and we're going to do more, and we'll talk about that. We're going to do more video hosting over here, but I'm like, at least that way I know we control the content. We have a backup. I don't understand a lot of these YouTube rivals are fly by night.
Yeah. I think the only possible rival YouTube could ever have now is if Amazon decides to bring their own sort of YouTube type service along. Really, I think nobody else is even close to coming to be a rival.
If they're willing to down $1 billion on a Lord of the Rings fan fiction, I'm pretty sure they would do their own video hosting eventually. At least it would be more engaging than that.
And they need to stop just doing the thing where they just poach the top YouTubers and bring them over there and nobody watches them there, so they come back. Which is everything. They always do that. Blip did that. Mix did that. God knows. Well, loads of other streaming services done that, didn't they? Try and rival Twitch.
Yeah.
Big channels over to R1. Nobody watches them. They come back with a big check. So they don't care.
I was really excited when Mixer came out because it's like, oh, I have a chance now because it's new and we can start. And then all of a sudden, no, we're shutting that down. Like, fuck.
Well, Mixer was really good. They had a really good streaming technology, didn't they? Far better than Twitch has got.
Yeah, it was a lot more stable. There was hardly any lag at all, or any latency between uploading and everything else. It was really good. And then, of course, it was too good to be true.
Yeah.
Not even Ninja could save it.
They put all their eggs in one. Well, that's what they thought. People were only going over to watch Ninja. They didn't. I think there was a news report. They were actually getting more creators than they were viewers at one point coming over. There was all Ninjas over there. We're going to get loads of views now. No.
Yeah. What was D Live? What happened to that? That was a thing for about 5 minutes.
I remember only knowing one person that used it. That was Mr. Medicare. That was it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Now, what it would take, I think, is for a bunch of high-profile YouTubers to actually get together, leave at once, and be like, "This is what we're doing." But again, there's no financial incentive. It's hard, I mean, it's hard to replicate what YouTube's done, and we're talking how many years they've been online, and to do that overnight, that's it. Take more money than God.
Yeah, you'd have to have the entire infrastructure in place. You'd have to have the mobile app and everything just ready to go because people aren't going to wait around for it. I'm not going to download another thing eventually to see the people I want if it's not already available. Sorry, Larry, if you went somewhere else I know that. I wouldn't watch you anymore.
I'm not stupid. That's why I'm not going anywhere, because it literally is, it's YouTube or nothing. Because even if you put, I'll put this link up in this, in the link, people won't want to click on the link. Oh, why couldn't put it up in here? Oh, I got to press a button. Oh, that's
people are incredibly lazy. That's what I've learned.
It takes a lot of effort to move your finger a little bit. So,
like any story I write, Kneon, and I look at when it's posted on Facebook and I look at the comments and people say like, well, why didn't you talk about this? Like, I did. You didn't even read the fucking article.
Oh my God, we get that. That's every video we do. They're like, you should have pointed out. And it's like, you just tell me you didn't watch the video. Just tell me I didn't watch this, but I looked at the thumbnail. I decided that's what the video's about. I've already gone out to Tumblr to complain about your video, but I didn't actually watch your video. That is every day of our lives.
Yeah, you get loads of people commenting before they've watched the whole video as well.
Oh yeah. Like you didn't even have time. Like you commented 30 seconds after I posted the video. There's no way in hell you watched a 30-minute video. It's like, come on. There should be an option on YouTube to be like, you can't leave a comment until you've watched a certain percentage of the video, 75% or more, and then you're allowed to comment. Then you're
you actually have to provide a timestamp of what you're talking about.
Then you wouldn't get anyone writing first anymore, would you? You'd miss out on all those potential first comments.
I like when they get in a fight over who was actually first. I just I just see like 4 firsts. They're like first. No, fucker, I was first. And it's like,
Yeah.
Well, if there's a video that comes up and I already know what the subject is, I'll usually comment without watching the whole thing first. But that's because we've been talking about it back channel. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit through the whole thing when I know exactly what you were talking about.
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's the thing about YouTube and any of the, any platform is, and we told people before, because we did any YouTube, we did webcomics when we were in that scene. It was like, people stay where they find you. So whether it's on, social media or your website or, whatever it is, it's really hard to change the habits. So, if they're used to going to your website, being like, okay, guys, we're not going to post content over here. Now you got to go to my Facebook page. They're gonna be like, hell no. Like you said, that's too much work. I'm out. If you're not on YouTube with the other 400 channels I subscribe to, I don't care.
Exactly. I think the biggest example is that. Do you know a channel called Classic Game Room? They're sort of quite big in the US. Yeah. They done that. They tried to go over to another channel because they weren't making any money on YouTube, and pretty much derailed them completely on their career and stuff like that. Also, hiding stuff behind a paywall doesn't exactly help either. But
no, it's kind of what happened with College Humor, something like that. They started, they took all their video content, they moved it to Facebook, and it blew up the website, as I understand it, because Facebook was lying about the numbers. Facebook was like, oh yeah, you watch this video for half a second, that counts as a view, and so they thought they had way more views on Facebook, and they started producing, as I understand it, producing all the content. It just destroyed the website.
That's why I'm thankful for like the 6 views I get on a video, because I know people actually came.
sort of content you're producing when it came.
So Larry, when are you going to come over this way and go to the Star Cruiser Hotel?
I don't know yet. I guess as soon as I learn to drive, and I'll be able to get over and get out.
You want to go halvesies on a $6,000 room, and you can have the top bunk?
Oh, it's tempting.
No, use a VPN. You can get it for $1,000 a night in Argentina.
Yeah.
I was surprised that there wasn't a $20,000 room. I was really trying to get that information out of Disney, and I couldn't get them to get there. I couldn't get them to give me any kind of special package that would get me up to 20K.
Actual slave girls. Actual aliens in bikinis. Do that for me.
$5,000 to sit in a bunker, really, for 2 days. That's what it is.
With no sunlight in Florida. Yeah.
I can imagine the power goes out.
I've been considering booking a room just to report on it, but I'm going to be that guy that's going to sit at the bar and try to pick up the single mothers that are there with their 5 kids. I'm just going to be a total asshole like I normally am, but if I'm going to go, I'm going to make it worth my while. I mean, I don't want to watch a bunch of chubby guys in Tommy Bahama shorts drinking whatever the intergalactic Miller Lite is.
Well, they give you character scripts, so you can't be yourself, really, can you? I've heard.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
You can be a regular schlub, and yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to pretend not to be me.
I have read that you're given a story to who your character is in the thing, so you can't be
Darth Dilf or something. I mean, what do we?
I would not pay for someone else to tell me who I could be, especially that amount of money. Yeah. I think that's some of the biggest mistakes that big corporations make is turning a brand or turning a franchise into a lifestyle brand.
Yeah, cult, man, basically.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know of anyone that years ago when Star Wars was coming back around in the late 90s that would have paid even $500 to stay at a hotel and do a LARPing experience for 2 days. I couldn't see anyone doing that.
I think that it's like a lifetime pilgrimage type thing, like it was in Mecca, and Star Wars knows going to be going to this place. They're going to go to a bunker and pretend to be a tweak for 2 days. Yes. I think that's what they want it to be. They want it to be this sort of lifetime pilgrimage to the mecca of Star Wars. Really, that's
I
what it's
know
gonna be.
Kneon and Geeky Sparkles are going to eventually break down and go.
We talked about it. I mean, I'm being honest. We talked about it just to go, ironically and be like, okay, do we want to blow that money?
It's $5,000 to be ironic. It's a very expensive thing, really.
It is. But then, I'm sitting there like, I don't think if we live streamed, we would even make any of that back. I don't think people would care. I just don't think people care. They don't. It's Star. I mean, you talk about being a lifestyle brand. It's like once your mom starts listening to your records, it's no longer cool.
Yeah.
And that's basically what's happened with Star Wars and with Marvel Comics and all of this pop culture is like, okay, well, now the 50-year-old, aunties, wine aunts are into the MCU and into Star Wars. It's not cool anymore,
You see like 60-year-old granddads wearing Avengers t-shirts and stuff like that.
What was your favorite issue of the Avengers? Oh, yeah, you didn't know it was a comic book. Yeah, okay.
It's
I rest my case.
Issue? Issue doesn't mean movie.
Issue.
I like that one where they killed off Scarlett Johansson because she was useless.
She's asking for too much money. But
She didn't get her own death. She didn't get a funeral. I mean, that was the biggest kick.
left her ass on some planet.
Dropped her off a cliff.
yeah, this is Sparta her, didn't they, off the cliff?
Red Skull's got to go up there and sweep it up.
Yeah.
Intergalactic body janitor.
I suppose I probably wouldn't have her in the movies at the moment anyway, because she's supposed to be a Russian spy as well. So
That's why
a bit.
they
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They knew.
They did know. They predicted the snap. We got the pandemic a year later, and they knew the Russians. They dropped her ass off a cliff because they knew they didn't have a future going forward with this character.
I wonder if they would have pushed, if they had pushed Black Widow off another year, if they would have released it this year, if that had been the case.
I don't know. There are rumors going around that Disney had kicked Anastasia off of Disney Plus. And I'm like, no, it was a contract issue, because I'm like, how?
Yeah, that's stupid, because it's about Russian oppression, about them murdering the royal family. I mean, that's not.
It's an American movie.
Yeah,
It's a Don Bluth movie. How could
It's
you?
a Don Bluth movie made in America. It's got a singing, dancing cartoon bat, for God's sake. What the,
Well, how about
American Tail.
An American Tale.
They were Russian.
From Russians. Yeah.
Trying to escape the Cossacks. I think that was the story. Right?
Yeah. So we're gonna ban all these movies now, because it's like freedom fries all over again. We're angry
I
at the
know
French.
that's the
So
first
now
thing that reminded me, that freaking cringe of 2003. Thinking we're gonna call French fries American freedom fries. God,
I think some supermarkets over here are renaming Chicken Kiev to Chicken Kiev.
I saw that.
Oh my God.
It's Sainsbury's.
Yeah,
right?
Sainsbury. Yeah, yeah. That's awful.
It doesn't seem like you in the UK get kind of caught up in that ultra patriotism kind of thing.
Oh,
where you're
we're chasing America in clout.
I really hope not.
Yeah, I think we just want to be America with pop culture and stuff like that. And
No, you don't.
a lot of us they're trying to be. I think it's because I think really it's because the internet, because it's like a global community now, so everybody shares the same culture now online.
Mhm.
So it's that sort of leaks out into the real world. So in that perspective, really, so everybody does everything. Some TV show in America, it doesn't matter if it never is over here, you can just torrent it or something, or it's on Netflix a couple of days later or something. So everything, it's also shared pop culture now because of the internet.
But things were so distinctly British when I was growing up that it's what I sought out, either Monty Python or Fawlty Towers, Blackadder or whatever, that it's because it was so different and so distinct and so different from what American TV was like that I sought it out. But now if it's becoming so nebulous, or everything's just kind of the same, I think you're going to destroy what makes your entertainment over there so culturally distinct and practically wonderable, basically.
Exactly, yeah. No, I know what you mean, yeah. But yeah, it's very amalgamated now. So, and also these sort of networks are all trying to appeal to a worldwide audience, stuff like that. So they do have to sort of dumb it down and sort of keep out the colloquialisms, as it were.
Mhm.
So you know, they don't know what that is. They don't know what Marmite is. Don't talk about Marmite and stuff like that. And
You can find it over here occasionally in the British section of like a Publix. There's like this very small aisle of British food, which is usually jelly babies, gum wine, Marmite, and that's it.
Mentioned on TV, right?
Yeah.
if it's built on Downton Abbey, you know, let's put it in the aisle.
Oh my god. When you got a wife that's obsessed with that show. Like why can't we go there? We can't afford to go over there and see.
No, it's not like that. It's nothing like that at all. I mean, it's a period piece as well. Unless you've got a time machine, you know, you're not going to get any of that.
Yeah, you just have a bunch.
Yeah,
you just have a bunch of people walking around, just looking at it, just like you are. You're not going to experience that kind of that pageantry.
Well, they got on the guy who made it. Downton Abbey's got an American version now, hasn't he? I forgot what it's called. It's on HBO.
Sex in the City.
No, I've forgotten what it's called.
Bridgerton. No,
I can't remember what it is, but yeah, they've got one appealing to Americans now about American sort of social culture in New York in the early 20s and stuff like that.
Great Gatsby
or something. It's like a British boardwalk empire or something.
Oh, okay. Are you ever gonna? When are you going to start doing an American voice to try to make yours more appealing to American audiences?
Well, I've got an American name. Everybody thinks I'm American for my name, Larry Bundy. Very American.
You do. It's very Midwestern kind of a name.
Oh yeah. And pretty much anybody who's never seen me before. Oh, you related to Ted? Am I related to Ted? Are they related to Ted, or I'm related to Al Bundy from Married with Children? I was like, yes, I'm related to a fictional character. Well done.
Or a serial murderer.
Yeah, a serial murderer who wasn't a fucking Bundy to begin with. He was adopted. So
at least your last name didn't sound like Sarah Palin's, because that was a hell of a time in 2008. So if you're gonna relate me to a Palin, at least like be Michael Palin or something. Not this fucking idiot out of Alaska.
It's not even spelt the same way, is it?
No, but people pronounce it that way. They go out of their way to over enunciate the H, so they go puh, not fuh. So like, oh, you're Palin. No, it's Phelan. Don't you know what a P and an H next to each other do?
Yeah.
But it's just that's the failings of the American school system. So I think I've exhausted everything I could possibly do to make this entertaining. But
we completely derailed it and ruined everything.
So Neon, I don't know if you have any other questions you'd like to ask Mr. Bundy while he's on.
No, because my questions are going to be stupid.
Oh, go on. If you got one, I don't mind.
Like it's going to change anything now.
This is the internet, you know. Everything's stupid.
Did you ever get all your maker money?
Maker money. I think I did. Yes, I did.
Good.
Literally for about 2-3 years, I was getting checks sent from Disney for like 3 cents for the residual
3
money
cents.
Yeah, 3 cents checks every like 3 months. It's like,
that's more than the paper and the postage.
Exactly.
Wow.
But yeah, they had to keep sending me royalties. I don't know what it must have been, something on their channel or something for I got, but yeah, I was getting like 17 cents, 16, 12.
Oh my
3.
God.
So yeah, obviously they're not paying me until I've earned enough money to warrant a check now. But yeah, I was getting like tiny money amounts. I was like, why bother?
Were you even depositing the checks, or were you just
I wasn't. It was just too much effort. I mean, I probably spent more money on shoe leather walking to the bank to catch them than it would be to. So yeah, and there's only come a big pile of checks for 3 cents. I think I'm taking a piss or something, wouldn't I? So, well, I'm from Disney.
Well, yeah. See, there's a cloud of that. Like, look, there's a little Mickey Mouse in my 3-cent check.
Yeah.
This is it, man. This is a big time. This is what success looks like.
Yeah.
Disney gave me 3 cents.
Oh yeah.
I still have a check from CBS somewhere that I just held on to just because it says CBS. And I'm like, ooh, I got paid by CBS.
Yeah. I do remember when they got taken over, when Maker got taken over by Disney, and they started doing all these stupid rules and stuff like that. I got told off once in a string for referring to the company as Mauschwitz. So I just started calling it Duck Howl instead.
That's the kind of thing that can get you canceled.
Yeah. Well, not. Luckily, it was just before then. But then they're gonna just brought it up now.
That's
so
before
not
everyone
me,
suddenly
so.
started morally grandstanding against everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when the switch was flipped. I would say it seemed like 2014, 2015. Yeah, everybody started paying attention to everything everybody did. Obviously, they weren't paying attention, or Disney wouldn't have bought Maker in the first place, because they would have had a lot of problematic personalities over there.
Oh yeah. Well, even the guy who owned Maker has a bit of problems, isn't he? I've forgotten what his name. He ended up bolting, didn't he? End up getting cancelled for something. I think he turned into a sort of Daddy of Five type person.
Didn't he have? Wasn't that the one? There's a couple. Of guys
Is it Shame? Shame something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I want to say iCarly.
Nah.
Yeah. Carl Shay. Is that Carl Shay?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Shay Tards and stuff like that.
Shay
You can't use that name now, anyhow, can you? So,
no, you couldn't. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, come on, Shay Tart, and the kids are like 40 now.
Yeah.
I guess that gravy train's run out, But yeah, he was like that's where they got the name for iCarly. They got from him. He was like a huge deal, and then nobody remembers who he is.
It's so easy to just fall from obscurity on the internet now, isn't it? Luckily, I never had any to begin with, so I'm all right. So.
You don't have almost 500,000 subscribers now, though.
I do, but it took me like 12 years to get there, 15 years to get there. So.
I've been on since 2006, and I don't even have 500.
Oh,
but then I don't put in the effort to do it. I use YouTube as basically video hosting. Yeah. I don't use it to the extent that you do. I'm not a power user.
Well, I would say that. I mean,
well, you post regularly. You post content with a lot of production value, just like you and Dan do.
Well, that's just be polite. That is. Yeah,
well,
I just know how to polish a turd. That's all.
But I've watched Dan put his together before. It's a lot of effort, and so I mean, I couldn't be fucked to do that.
It's mostly the research that takes the real time vampire when it comes to videos now. So
yeah, I mean, you're not doing what I do and just like, hey, Larry, you want to come on for a little bit and talk some bullshit, and then that's it. That's the extent of my content.
Ah,
I mean, I'm not gonna do a bunch of video editing. I mean, I'll probably put something in for Kneon, so it's not just his name. But that's it.
That's it. That's me. That is about as much effort as we put into our videos right there.
Oh,
my no, I actually feel bad because there definitely was a change in the YouTube algorithm at some point where it used to be that these really well edited, well thought out videos had legs. They would go for months or years and get recommended, and now it's like, unless you're crapping out content every day,
I don't like the whole quantity over quality YouTube does.
No, it's I mean, it doesn't seem fair, and I'm saying that as somebody who shits out a lot of low effort videos every day, but I have to. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
Exactly, yeah. It destroyed a lot of the early animation community. People who come over from Newgrounds and stuff like that. Harry Partridge, he was heartbroken that he spent like 18 months making on a video. And then some guy just uploaded a YouTube Let's Play of Minecraft, got twice as many views, and it only took him like 10 minutes to make. So,
yeah, and I know with animation, even people look at like Odd Ones Out, and they're like, oh, that's kind of like low effort. I don't know if it's low effort, but limited animation. But I'm like, yeah, but he puts content out more consistently because it's not taking him 8 months to animate something, and that's unfortunately the way it works now. And no, I don't think it's fair. And I'm saying that as somebody who puts out daily videos, I don't think it's fair at all.
No, it's not fair. No, it's not fair. And you get drowned. And when you put up a video, you get drowned by the people who just tsunami of their content and put up multiple times a day and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah. If you're not big enough, YouTube won't do anything for you. I was surprised when I had interviews from the set of Stranger Things. I was the only one that had interviews live from the set. And no matter how much I tried, like, they would barely show up in searches, and they only got like 50,000 hits. I was what do I have to do to get this promoted?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Pay me
I
that
had,
$150. We're going to eventually pay you.
Yeah.
No, I had that at Twitch as well. I had a copy of the Mario Kart 8. I had it a month before
Mhm.
release, and I did a live stream of it. Got 4 views, 4 people viewing it. That's it.
Oh
Like
my
the
god.
biggest game out.
Well,
a month
the problem
early.
is that you're not painting your breasts while you're playing it,
Oh yeah,
like
Of
Zombie
course not,
Unicorn does.
Oh, there you go.
selling my
That's-
bathwater. Yeah.
But it's so weird. Like we actually have an editor that works on the kids do gaming videos. We have another channel, and we pay this guy to edit those videos, and I'm like, we don't make the money back on them because we don't put out enough content, and it sucks. I mean, it really it does suck. Because I look back at I guess like old YouTube, like when I first started watching YouTube in like 2007, 2008. And, it just is, it does seem like it's punishing a lot of creators, and it really is unfair.
Well, the early days of YouTube, just fat kids falling off skateboards, though, weren't they?
Yeah,
really?
right. Yeah. But I mean, that was fun. There were no rules.
Yeah.
It was just like whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, and I think eventually there's going to be another shift. It's already kind of happening now where they're just going to pivot into, well, we don't really want this homemade content anymore. We want Hollywood content, vetted, safe, Hollywood produced content 50 times a day. We want 50 videos a day from NBC and Disney, and that's where things are going to go.
And James Corden.
Oh my god. Yeah. We're just gonna take James Corden. We're just gonna shove him into strangers' cars.
Yeah.
We're just gonna open the door and shove his fat ass into the car.
Yeah.
And whatever's on the radio, he's gonna sing it. We're gonna film it, and then we're gonna take him out of that car and we're gonna shove him into the car next to that car.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna start playing another song. And we should be able to get about 30 or 40 James Corden videos in a day. And then we're gonna edit those and put them on TikTok too.
Yeah. And
with
Facebook
lyrics.
for highlights.
Yeah, right.
I don't. Is there even a point putting anything on Facebook right now? Because it seems like it's a dying brand.
Well, we being in the UK, they wouldn't allow anyone outside the US to monetize their videos as well. So there's literally zero incentive to put them on there anyway. So
Yeah,
I don't even understand how it works. They're like, people pay you in stars. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Is that like NFTs? What is that? Oh, if they like your content, they give you stars, but only when you get to a certain level where you've got like so many followers and you're star worthy. I'm like, what? That's too confusing. Never mind.
What's the conversion rate for stars to actual fucking money?
Actual dollars.
Go on XC.com, yeah.
And then TikTok, they're like, well, we don't really tell people. Like, we did a video on that. We're talking about people complaining about TikTok. They were like, yeah, you get paid out of a creator fund and they just kind of randomly decide how much they want to give you. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you could have millions of views and they might give you like $50. I'm like, why are you doing this? Well, because clout and brand deals. I'm like, okay, all right.
That's same with YouTube Shorts as well. That's the same thing. You don't earn a penny from that. You just get a pot of money from YouTubers putting out.
And they're paying the big, again, like back to some of the animators, they're paying them to do shorts now, but they're not going to throw $100,000 your way unless you've already got, millions and millions of subs and you know what I'm saying? And so everybody's chasing after this thing and they're hoping they're going to get paid. I mean, that's what's depressing about it, is like everybody that wants to do YouTube or wants to do video, they're all hopeful. They're like, I want to do this, and someday, maybe possibly, I'm going to make some money at it. But, it feels like they're just kind of, it's that false hope, like, oh yeah, even if we only pay the top, 3% of YouTubers anything, all these hopefuls are giving us free content. So yeah,
the whole carrot on a stick mentality, really, isn't it? So
yeah. And it's kind of, kind of cruel. It is kind of cruel. But then the flip side is, if the numbers are out there and people know what it actually takes and they still want to do it, I guess good luck with that. I don't know. But you get this really distorted view of, any influencers, like that influencer show they have on Hulu where they're all living in mansions and having lots of sex and not socially distancing. You know, and it's like, where are these people at? Like, they're not real people. These are like the most successful 8 or 10 TikTokers you could find, and everybody else is just like crapping out content every day, hoping they're going to get a brand deal, you know?
I think that's a good place to leave this off.
I'm sorry. Did I?
No, it's a good spot, but we've gone like almost an hour and a half.
Oh shoot! Sorry about that.
No problem.
That's my fault. I apologize.
Oh, I was enjoying that as well.
If I didn't have somewhere to be in a half hour,
Okay. That's a good host, isn't it? Sorry, bugger off now. I don't want to talk to anymore. Someone better to talk to.
I'm a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Larry.
Okay.
Dentist is waiting.
I've got a Mr. Beast burger to eat.
Well, I mean, yes, I'm gonna go there and see what it's all about, and see if I can get a deal. If I can get a sponsorship.
There you go.
Just eat it on air.
Yeah, I was like, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's bloody. It's really expensive though. I don't know.
It's the most all right burger you've ever had.
I mean, it's better than McDonald's, but it's
What isn't?
Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's like 3 times the price. So you can either have 4 Big Macs or 1 Mr. Beast burger. So it's up to you.
And you all lost your Chick-fil-A's over there, didn't you? They all shut down, right?
We had a grand total of 1.
Oh, so you're one and only Chick-fil-A shut down.
Yeah, so I was upset about that because I wanted to try that. You know,
that's why you got to come over here. We got them like every 5 miles. There's a Chick-fil-A in Florida.
Well, we're getting Wendy's and Popeyes soon. As well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Popeyes is pretty decent, but I don't know if they're going to change it to suit your taste.
Well, KFC, you don't get biscuits over here. You get coleslaw instead. Yeah, they give you coleslaw instead.
Why would they not give you biscuits?
I don't know, because I've always wanted to try a proper biscuit. I mean, I ended up making them myself in the end. So, but yeah,
they're really salty though. They put a lot of salt in them.
Yeah,
it's like a salt block almost. But yeah,
I try their mashed potatoes, creamy mashed potatoes. I eat a block of Play-Doh. What the fuck is wrong with that? It's awful.
I mean, it's fast food. I mean,
but I didn't expect to eat bloody Play-Doh. So
what they used to do, they used to give you a wrap. They used to have these wraps, and they put like a piece of fried chicken in it. But 90% of that wrap was lettuce, was shredded lettuce. So it was all filler and a bunch of mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise.
Oh God, I hate mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise and fried chicken is so goddamn disgusting.
No.
So yeah, that's no biscuits over here. Sadly, nobody. We're getting Taco Bell everywhere at the moment. They're expanding massively because they're owned by KFC. So yeah, they're coming everywhere. They're all right. Tastes exactly like old El Paso. So I was quite disappointed by that. So
does that mean you're also going to get Pizza Huts, right?
Yeah, you got loads of them.
Yeah, because they're all the same brand.
Yes.
But do you have A&W hot dogs?
No.
No,
we don't have that.
Okay, so they also own Long John Silver's.
No, we're the mecca of chip shops, aren't we? So they don't stand a chance.
I was gonna say, like, how's that gonna fly? How's that gonna fly?
So like, everywhere. So we got a chain of chip shops called Harry Ramsden's. If you know that. No. I don't know if I posted on Facebook once. They had a £10 breakfast meal, and it's like the most depressing meal ever.
Oh my God!
I'll send you the photo. I'll send you the photo.
£10.
£10, and it's like a fried egg, half a tomato, a tiny sausage, and a little bit of bacon. And
you posted that a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Oh my
God!
Oh,
okay, yeah. So yeah, it's like the most depressed person. It's like, this is your last meal, and they serve it in a little box as well with grease paper.
That's like the KFC bowl meals. They're very pathetic. It's if you're sitting alone, you don't have anybody, you're just eating just everything crammed into a bowl.
Just call it the lethal injection. It's your last meal.
Kill me now. The KFC kill me now. Only $1.99.
There's a lot of things in like where Kneon's from that we don't have down here. Sadly, we have a lack of proper German food.
Oh God, we've got Germans all over the place here. Western PA's got a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch. We got Amish.
We got a chain coming over here from Germany called Doner Kebab. Or don't know if you've heard of them.
A kebab from Germany.
Yeah, German Doner Kebab. They're called. Yeah,
Huh.
apparently they're quite massive in Germany. They're coming over here.
No, we don't have. We have a lot of, like I said, we have Pennsylvania Dutch food, and we have, of course, you get cheesesteaks here. Lots of sub shops.
Yeah, we got billions of Subways over here.
Oh god, yeah, that's not real.
They're like the food equivalent of the Starbucks. They are so
everywhere. Much. Yeah, they're like the biggest franchise. I think there are more Subways than there are McDonald's now.
I think there are over here. There's more Subways than there are McDonald's, KFC, and Burger King combined.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's not, Subway cheesesteak's not a real cheesesteak though.
No.
It's
not full of cheese whiz.
Yeah. Isn't there a story that it's not even bread they use? They're not allowed to call it bread or something, or is that an urban legend?
They used to cut it different. They used to cut it, like I was talking to my wife about this the other night. They used to cut a little triangle out of the Subway, and then they put the toppings inside and kind of smush the whole thing down.
Oh, okay. Delicious Pac-Man of long food.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's probably some. It's kind of like McDonald's shakes. They can't call them milkshakes because they don't actually have milk.
Yeah, it's powdered whatever.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen them put it in, it's the grossest thing. It's like this
slime.
Yeah, watch them dump it into the top of the machine. Oh
no, it's what the thickener is what they were using in Ghostbusters, I think, for the slime. It's like wasn't it the ectoplasm? I think it was like food thickener.
I think I heard it was like potato starch or something.
Yeah, it's not appetizing. God, we've really derailed this again, haven't we?
Yes. Okay. Have you thought about
starting this off, don't you, Mike? Yeah.
Have you thought about starting a food YouTube channel or something?
You should.
Food, yeah.
Regional foods.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? My daughter watches tons of YouTube foodie channels, and it's weird because she'll watch these like great channels where they're making like really cool cupcakes and food facts and all that stuff, and then she keeps getting recommended this guy. Was it Nicky Avocado?
Yeah.
Oh god,
avocado.
This guy who's going to be eating that 20-pound breakfast. He'll eat like 4 of those as a snack. Like, I mean, this guy is like literally trying to kill himself on TV.
Yeah. Well, he goes to that Heart Attack Grill, doesn't he, in Las Vegas, and he gets in for free. He's one of the few people who can eat there for free.
That's insane. But she'll just be watching. I mean, it shows you what YouTube does. Like, she'll be watching these great, little cooking. She wants to be a chef, so she's watching all this cooking stuff, and all of a sudden here comes Nicky Avocado stuff in his face. I'm like, what the frick?
Mukbang.
It's like, come on.
You have to put those parental controls on your YouTube account.
Yeah, she's well. Then if I do that, she's just going to use TikTok anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm not letting my child get into social media at all. She just recently got my old Nintendo Switch, so she has her first game system. But yeah, I'm not gonna. No social media. Nope.
No, only Racing with Ryan for my daughter. Yeah,
only top quality games. And like Block Breakers, that adult game that's on the eShop.
Oh.
You can if you put enough blocks together, you can see the animated tits. Like,
oh wow,
wow,
great games, quality. I'm a good parent.
Maybe they'll sponsor this video.
I do love going on their sales and that. Like, they always have like games for like 20 cents and stuff like that, and I always mop them up. Even though they're like completely crap, they're like thrash games you get on the internet for, like, in the late 90s and stuff like that. But it's only 20 cents, so it doesn't matter.
Well, they released that Popeye game that like put zero effort into it. It's just Popeye alone on a beach, just walking around collecting art.
And they took anyone, they flagged anyone who complained about it as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, anyone that criticized it, they were copyright claimed them. Bastards. Okay, I think that was a good place to.
Sorry. Yeah.
You've been listening to the 6 Sense Media Podcast. You can find more of our celebrity, composer, musician, and filmmaker interviews, as well as pop culture roundtable discussions on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Pandora. Be sure to check out our vast library of entertainment industry coverage, including on-set reporting from your favorite TV series and movies at 6sense.com.